now most of my salary I give to her and keep some for myself, and I do extra work and I can keep that money for myself. I grew up in a rough part of London, so it wasn't very safe. You couldn't go out at night without worrying about something happening. Over here you can enjoy life without any worry about something bad happening. So it's a lot safer.
So you think like living in China is more safer than your home country?
Oh yeah, it's a lot safer.
You sure about that?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Yes! King Kwesi back again on another episode of Living in China. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to every one of you for so much interest in Living in China series. Today we are going to speak to Stephen. Stephen is from the UK and he has been in China for the past 10 years. Before we go talk to Stephen and family, there are 3 things I want you guys to do. First, subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel. Subscribing to this channel means so much to this channel's growth. And number 2, like this video. If this video speaks to you at any point in time, like the video. And number 3, share any of our videos with a friend. Tell a friend about Blessing's Word and let's grow together. Let's go speak to Stephen and the family. See you on the other side. Welcome back to another episode of Living in China. Today I sit here with a wonderful couple and a family. Mr.
I'm Stephen. What's your name?
I'm Grace.
大家好，我叫I'm Anna。
Okay, and what's your Chinese name?
我的中文名字叫王君娜。
Alright, so they invited me to their home today to share their experiences as family in China. I'm from the
UK,
He's
London.
from London, and he's married to a wonderful Chinese woman, Anna, and they have this beautiful kid. Grace, thank you so much for welcoming me to your home, sir.
You're welcome. It's a
Alright.
pleasure.
Right. So are you ready for this conversation?
Ready.
Grace, are you ready?
Yeah.
Anna?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I want to start from you. How long have you been in China, sir?
I've been in China for 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you give us an idea of the first time you came to China? How was China?
The first time I came to China, I was in a small city called Dongying, and it was very, very small, and a lot of foreigners there. It wasn't what I expected when I came here. It's a lot more comfortable to live here than it is back home. You don't feel as much pressure. Yeah. So I plan to come here for only 1 year, but yeah, I've stayed here for 10.
So coming to China, you were just coming for a year.
Yeah, it was just like work and travel.
So why did you come to China in the first place? Did you come here to work?
Just to work, yeah.
As what?
As a teacher.
As a teacher.
Yeah.
And so when you came to China as a teacher, how was the experience as a teacher 10 years ago?
When I first came, I was teaching in a training center. The training center work, it's quite hard, especially on the weekend, because you work 8 hours non-stop teaching classes. But it was enjoyable. During the week, you get a lot of free time, so you can have a lot of fun drinking and stuff.
So what was the image of China in the UK before moving to China and experience China at first hand?
Before I came here, I didn't really have much of an idea about China. I didn't expect it to be as modern as it is when I first came. And obviously since I've got here, the development has grown a lot as well. Yeah, it's obviously a very fast developed country.
Right. So you being a foreigner in China, was it so difficult for you to settle well in China 10 years ago?
No, I mean, because for me, I was used to kind of moving around back in the UK. So being out of the UK, it wasn't a big issue. I didn't have an issue with homesickness and stuff like that.
How is the UK different from China? From where you come from?
Yeah, like I grew up in a rough part of London, so it wasn't very safe. You couldn't go out at night without worrying about something happening. Over here, you can enjoy life without any worry about something bad happening. So it's a lot safer.
So you think like living in China is more safer than your home country?
Oh yeah, it's a lot safer.
You sure about that?
Yeah, 100%.
100% sure about that?
Yeah.
So you think like living here better your life in a way than being in the UK? To be
Yeah,
frank.
and I mean it's a lot less stressful. Like when you're working in the UK, you're just living hand to mouth. But over here, you can live quite well without worrying and stressing and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so in this journey, and you met your wife.
Yeah.
Wow. So coming to China, you were coming here just for a year.
Yeah.
And travel around the world.
Yeah.
And now you are stuck here with the family.
Yeah, this was my first and last stop.
So Anna, how was it like meeting a foreigner and meeting him and moving on to be your husband, and now you have a kid together? How was it like in the first time when you met Steven? Speaking
我
Chinese.
好像是在26岁认识的 Steven，那时候是我的一个朋友从英国刚回到东营，然后我们在东营又认识了 Steven，真的感觉自己也没有想到会跟一个外国人生活在一起这么多年，然后还有一个小朋友，生活变化真的很大很大，跟中国家庭确实不一样，有很多很多不一样的地方，比如说饮食，风俗文化，有很多很多是不一样的。特别是孩子长大以后，在教育孩子这方面也有很多很多不一样，思想各方面都不一样，吃饭不一样，家庭变化很大很大。但是，我觉得我很荣幸、很庆幸，我认识了 Steven。Steven 是一个怎么说 ，good man 。他虽然是西方人，在我们中国人眼中，西方人可能家庭观念不是特别特别的重。但是 Steven 和我生活这么多年，我觉得他确实很爱我们这个家，为我们这个家也付出了很多，我觉得我自己非常非常的荣幸，和他生活这么多年，还挺幸福的吧，觉得首先因为彼此是爱对方的，所以我们才会走到今天。再一个就是有很多地方是需要改变自己，对吧？改变自己，可能可能会有一些不同的观点、不同的看法，可能也会有时候也会吵架，但是我们因为爱，我们会慢慢的去和解。
Alright. So how was the reception when you first introduced Steven to your parents? How did your parents receive him?
他们也觉得很新奇，因为他们也是第一次，见过外国人，因为之前因为他们之前也没有见过。他们对 Steven 第一感觉非常非常的好，觉得一看是一个非常诚实、非常非常值得信任的人，也非常喜欢他，因为 Steven 给人的感觉就是 with smile 笑，然后看起来不像一个坏人，所以他就觉得 OK， 然后可以在一起交往，就这样。
Alright, so you as a man marrying to a Chinese family from where you come from, was it difficult for you to settle in?
A little bit, like obviously because you have the cultural differences, which Anna said as well. We both have to make sacrifices and compromise.
Right.
Compromise is the biggest thing, because we're obviously from different backgrounds, but we learn and grow.
Learn and grow. I like that.
Yeah.
And I learned that in China, when men work, they need to give their salary or their money for the woman to control.
Yeah.
Was it the same in the UK?
No. Like in the UK, usually both parents will work, and what money they have, they will either put together in their joint bank account, or they'll spend what they earn themselves.
Was it easy for you to accept the fact that you have to work and give your money to your wife to control?
I mean, Um, before we married, we kind of like talked about that already beforehand, and yeah, we don't really do that kind of thing. But now most of my salary I give to her and keep some for myself, and I do extra work and I can keep that money for myself. I mean, like generally what I work and earn is ours anyway, so for me it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
does
matter.
It? Yeah.
So you marrying in China, what kind of residence do you have? Do you have a green card? Do you have a permanent residence?
No, just the spousal visa.
Spousal visa. And
Yeah.
what's the duration of this visa?
It's one where you can stay here but you can't work.
Oh, so you mean you can have this spousal visa to stay in China,
Yeah.
but legally you cannot work.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to take care of your family?
The family are supposed to take care of you, I guess.
Interesting. Hey, hi Grace.
Hi,
Grace, how old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
You are 8 years old. Okay. Do you go to an international school or you go to the government school?
She goes to government school.
She goes to government school.
Yeah.
So she studied in Chinese. Everything is in Chinese, right?
Yeah.
And does he have classes in English?
Do you have English classes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do-
Only just a regular English class.
And do you teach her English, right?
I teach her English, yeah.
So how are you raising your beautiful daughter in the English way or the Chinese way?
I think being here in the environment is mostly Chinese way, where she has a lot of homework and stuff like that, which I don't really like. But I think as she gets older, like middle school, we'll probably change.
Take her to the UK
Yeah.
to continue her form of education,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is it difficult to raise a kid in China?
I don't think it's difficult to raise a kid in China. I think it's difficult to be a kid in China
Why is it difficult to be a kid in China?
because there's so much pressure, like study. And it's like even on the weekend they have classes to go to, and it's just so different from back home where most of the time we would just play.
How do Chinese people react to your beautiful daughter when you guys go out?
每次带他出去的时候，大家一看，哇，这个小朋友怎么头发是卷卷的？然后一看爸爸，哦，原来是一个外国小朋友啊，长得很漂亮。因为 Grace 的眼睛长得像爸爸 ，Grace 的头发也是卷卷的，然后她的鼻子也是像爸爸，但是她的脸整体她的脸还是长得像妈妈多一点。对呀，他们一看，感觉一看头发、眼睛。仔细一看的话，会有一点点西方人的样子，对，鼻子稍微尖尖一点，但是我觉得 Grace 总体来讲，大多还是长得像我一点，可能这个头型吧，大部分还是像我多一些，因为爸爸是一个长长的脸，他是一个圆圆的脸，但是眼睛、眉毛、鼻子、头发像爸爸。
So how does she see herself? Does she see herself as Chinese or a foreigner?
Grace, do you think you're Chinese or English?
Chinese. Why do you think you're Chinese, Grace? 为什么你觉得是中国人啊？ she said she doesn't know. Maybe the daddy can answer that question for her.
Well, why do you think you're Chinese and not English? Where am I from?
England.
So, are you from England too?
No.
So basically, she sees herself to be Chinese,
yeah.
right? Because of the environment.
Yeah.
Because of the environment. So, for the fact that she is from both sides of the family, like from the UK and from China, does she have a dual citizenship?
No.
Currently, she has the Chinese.
Yeah, I mean, like being in China, you can't have a dual citizenship.
Okay.
She would have to denounce the Chinese and go to British. But if she goes to British, then she would need to get a visa every year, and it wouldn't be easy to go to school.
Yeah.
Like if she has a UK passport, she would have to go to an international school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's here in China, she must have a Chinese passport.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier.
It's easier for her to navigate around life here.
Yeah. Because for most things, you need the ID card.
ID
and stuff
card,
like
right.
that, Yeah.
So the two of you come from different cultural background.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest challenge for you as couples?
There've been a lot of challenges. I'd say the biggest is probably like dependency. Like she would depend on me for a lot of things because as a child, her parents would do everything for her. So I had to grow and accept that. But she's made changes, like she's learned to cook and do stuff like that, become a wife and stuff like that. So yeah, you have to overcome the challenges.
And what are some of the things that you wish you knew about Stephen before marrying him? Because he's a foreigner. Obviously, he's a foreigner. So what are some of the things that you wish you knew about him before marrying Stephen?
希望多了解他一些他在英国生活的一些，对呀，有关朋友，他的朋友啊，他的家庭，最重要是他的家庭，再一个他在英国的工作呀，对，然后最重要的是要确认，在结婚之前要确认他是否真的是因为对，是因为爱我才会和我结婚，然后结婚之后是否会一直留在中国呢？还是说随时就要回他的国家去？因为我希望他跟我结婚以后还是要留在中国生活。可能等以后那个时候觉得等以后有孩子大了以后可以再偶尔回英国去看一下他的父母，他的对爷爷奶奶，但是还是希望住在中国，长久住在中国。但是后来接触之后，他觉得他的想法跟我想法是一致的，所以我觉得，而且通过接触之后，觉得他这个人，对，是一个有给我安全感，不会让我对讲诚信，然后感觉不像是电视里演的坏人一样，对，是一个值得我去和他一起生活的人，yeah， 所以我对他非常的放心。
So, do you think the Chinese society is receptive of foreigners being married some of their own?
Sometimes, I mean, like sometimes when you go outside, some people will stare and look and stuff like that. But it's very few people.
Very few people.
Yeah. Like mostly it's fine. Like most people are very welcoming. I mean, like they call Shandong the friendliest province
In China.
And yeah, like most experience I've had here, people are friendly.
So, what is your general overview of your life in China for the past 10 years?
I feel like this is a home for me.
A home for you.
Yeah. But the last year, since the policy changed for schools and stuff like that, it's getting a little bit harder for me to want to stay here. So, yeah, maybe like before I didn't think I would want to go back to the UK, but maybe I'll change that.
You change that along the way.
Yeah, it just depends on the future.
The future.
For teachers.
For teachers, yeah. What is your favorite Chinese word or phrase, and what does that mean?
My favorite Chinese phrase would be 脱裤子放屁.
What's the meaning?
It means the literal translation means to take off your pants and do a fart. The actual translation is like to make a mountain out of a molehill.
Okay.
So it's like you have a small situation, but you make it something bigger.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things.
What is an advice that you're going to give to people, foreigners who want to come to China?
Advice for people to come to China.
That one thing that they should know before coming here.
That's a good question. In my first year, I got a job through an agent. I would say don't get a job through an agent, do it yourself, because agencies are not people to be trusted.
Right.
You know, they can take money off of you without you knowing. So yeah, just if you're gonna come out here to work, find the work yourself and not go through an agent.
He or she wants to marry a foreigner. What advice are you gonna give him or her?
因为我有经验啊，首先我觉得，是这样，就是，就像我和 Steven，首先就是你要明白，肯定会有一些不一样的观念呀、风俗习惯呀，你跟这个外国人结婚以后，可能，就是你的父母，可能你真的就觉得，怎么说呢？就是你要接受他的一切，你不要试图想着我要去改变他 ，no， 你可能要改变你自己。
You can't change him, change yourself.
然后。
It's like
如果你没有
compromise.
做好这个心理准备的话，我不建议你跟外国人结婚，因为确实有很多也牵扯到你的爸爸妈妈、你的家庭的一些问题，因为确实有好多思想上的，从骨子里发出的一些不一样的观念，确实这个东西是没办法去改变的。所以如果你做好心理准备，你觉得你们俩彼此非常的相爱。然后愿意为对方付出，愿意为对方改变自己，那 OK， 我觉得是可以的。
Do you think marrying a foreigner has opened your mind about how you perceive the world?
是的。
How?
但是我真的觉得我改变好多，因为从我在我们家，我是最小的，我的父母从小特别宠我，直到现在他们一直把我当做一个小孩来看。但是我觉得，我从结婚，特别是跟一个外国人结婚之后，我觉得我真的是长大了很多。
So in her parents' eyes, she's still like a baby, but since she's married me, she feels like she's grown up.
然后我觉得，之前的从一些什么都不知道到现在的知道，然后从什么都不会到现在的会，包括怎么样去照顾一个孩子，再一个就是我觉得他教会了我很多。虽然我是一个中国人，但是我觉得我自己根本就不可能独立生活，特别是去一个新的城市。但是 Steven 他真的我觉得外国人这个独立能力特别的强，生存能力也特别的强。这是教会我的第一个点，我觉得我挺佩服他的。我希望我的孩子各方面要像爸爸多一点，因为我觉得爸爸确实比我优秀很多。
I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Steven, Grace, and Anna, for welcoming me to your home and for the good food. I enjoyed the meal.
It's a pleasure.
Right, and I believe that this story will help other people to settle well in China. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Grace, 谢谢你。妈妈，谢谢。
不客气。
All right.
拜拜。
Bye bye. Okay.